Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin. Today we're going to look at AI. And AI has been a topic that people are worried about. Is AI going to take my job? Do people even need SEO people anymore with AI? All these different things. Do they need content writers? But the answer is always going to be that people can do a better job. And we understand things at a higher level than AI will ever understand. So we can use AI to help us, but we've still got to be the ones that make the corrections and make everything work right. So if you're worried about AI and that's the reason you're not getting into this business, leave that alone. It's only going to help your business. It's not going to hurt it. Why is AI important for agencies? And it's what we've talked about before. In order to grow your business, you need to create more time. And AI is a great time creator because it can do some stuff for you. Of course, you've got to go back and redo it and rework it, but it still saves you a bunch of time. Doing Google Business Profile posts for your clients, it's excellent to put it in there first and then adjust what they've put in there. You're not going to like everything. Some of the stuff's not going to make sense. They will lead you to an area where you may even get suspended if you follow their ideas. I know that they they'll even make jokes to me if when I try to do it that I know Steven doesn't like us putting the phone number in there, so we're leaving that out. Yeah, they'll keep but yeah, if you do a post and you put the phone number in there, you'll get some kind of a suspension most likely. So don't follow their lead all the time, but you can use their ideas and build off of those. So there's 5 areas that AI can save agencies the most time, and we're going to look at each of those. Number one, we've already touched base on content creation. So, writing Google Business Profile posts, AI does a pretty nice job on that. You can get the services in there, you can get descriptions, all that stuff. But like I said, don't just automatically put that in. You've got to make that look nice. You don't want it to read like AI. You want it to read like your client wrote this. So you've got to go back and make some changes and make it right. Blog outlines, first drafts, all those things. AI is excellent at. Social media captions. You can even batch 30 days of content in an afternoon if you're so inclined. That's how fast it is. Email newsletters, excellent starting point. And again, the key point is your starting point. You have to make it sound like it's human and it's on brand. So if if Rivera Chiropractic had hired me, I would want it to sound like it's written by them. And let's look at their website and see how they talk on there, and we're going to try to match that. Um, so basically, just from my quick glance at this, they seem like they're very matter of fact, which is pretty consistent with doctors. They tell you exactly what you need to know. Um, kind of trying to look classy, like a place that you could trust and go to, and they do a good job of that. So you wouldn't want to be come up with some of AI's jokes or some of their trying to make light of things. Like you want to stick with the consistency, professional brand that Rivera has there. Another thing that AI can help with is client reporting. So you can use the data that you get and have them turn that into something, whether it's insights, traffic numbers, rankings, whatever it is. Paste your numbers into Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to write a client-friendly monthly report. Very good for that. This can save you 1 to 2 hours per client per month, and you can tell it write a 3 paragraph, write a 2 paragraph, whatever it is. Make sure the business owner will understand it. Highlight the wins and the next steps. So you do that, and it saves you time. And again, you don't want to look like a fool. You're sending this to your client. These ones to the clients are important, so make sure it's how you wanted it to be. Proposals, emails. Use AI to write your first drafts of proposals, follow-up emails, outreach messages, all those things. Feed in your service list, pricing, client background, all that stuff is excellent on EI. Cold emails, They can handle the writing, and you handle the relationship aspect. Never, ever, ever send your AI copy without reading it, and take out the dashes, take out all the stuff that makes it look like it's from AI. Take out their silly little check marks or all the different things they like to put in
The
there.
green check mark emoji.
Yeah, because everybody knows the green check marks are coming from these AI places. So you don't want it to look like that. You don't want people to think that you're not putting in the time. So make sure to make it look like it came from you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Austin for the last two.
Um, Research and audits. Ask AI to help you analyze a competitor's GBP or website and identify weaknesses. Use it to research a new industry before onboarding a client. Get up to speed fast. Ask it to summarize what a good local SEO strategy looks like for a specific niche. Saves hours of research before discovery calls and client onboarding. Another way to use it is for SOPs and systems. So ask AI to help you build standard operating procedures for your agency. Example, write a step-by-step onboarding checklist for a new GBP client. Use it to document your process so you can hand work off to a VA or contractor. And it turns what's in your head into a repeatable system. So the tool's worth using: Claude, which is best for long form writing, strategy, and nuanced copy. ChatGPT is great for quick task, brainstorming, outlines. Gemini is good for like Google, like ecosystem stuff. The prompting secret. Most people get bad AI output because they give vague prompts. The fix is tell it who you are. So, like, I run a local marketing agency. Tell it who the audience is. That's for a chiropractor in Dalton, Georgia. Tell it the format. Rate this as a 3-paragraph email, casual tone. Like, use limited words, or like under 500 words. Give it context. This client is a chiropractor in Dalton, Georgia, with 12 Google reviews. The more specific your prompt, the better your output. What AI can't do: build real relationships with clients, make strategic decisions based on nuance, replace your years of experience and local market knowledge, and know your client's business the way you do.
So, Austin mentioned Chat GPT, Claude, and Gemini, and there's more out there too. I mean, I'm sure you guys have used some. I would recommend focusing on one and having maybe another as a backup. We mostly use Claude, and when I'll go in there and if let's say I'm doing a Google Business Profile post, I mention the name of the place and even if I do forget to mention it, so I'll say I'm working on a Google Business Profile post. I want it to look like this, and it'll come back to me and say, "Oh, is this for this client or this client?" Like they remember your clients if you keep going to the same one. So I would recommend picking one, but also having a backup for different times. And sometimes one will do better than another, as I know you probably know or figured that out by now. But to try not to spread it out too thin, and you narrow down the one or two you like the best and use those two all the time. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you tomorrow.